After reporting quarterly results, Meta and Microsoft making it clear in their earnings calls that they are not slowing data center spending. Now investors have to figure out if they keep the same AI playbook or they should start repositioning. Here to discuss is Mark Lehmann, head of Citizens JMP, and a nice treat for us in from the West Coast in studio here with us.
How about that?
We're very excited about it.
I'm more excited.
So
Thank you.
Let's talk about this week, right?
Yeah.
For this AI trade, we had DeepSeek on Monday, sort of sending everything down. Then we're starting to get the earnings. These companies are still spending. They don't seem to be changing their paradigm. What should investors be doing?
Well, I mean, it's only Thursday. It's been quite the week, and the $6 million man came out on Sunday and took $1 trillion out of the market. But like you said, fundamentals in the reporting of these Magnificent Seven has begun, and a lot of those numbers are really good. You're right. Tech spending is not slowing down, and I think the consumers of AI and the consumers of the data are, at least at this juncture, proving to be the winners. And that has always been the theme, right? I just think there's going to be a lot of noise, there's going to be a lot of rhetoric, and this week has been no different. But I think it's the same theme, right? The winners are bigger and they are winning bigger, and you have to be ready. Think about it. Meta traded 10% lower than it is today 2 days ago. So you had an opportunity if you're nimble enough, and I'm not saying every investor should hit the bottom, but my point is you've had these opportunities over the last multiple years, and I have heard that tech is overvalued since I started on Wall Street 30 years ago. I really have, and this week is a good example of that, but you got to be prepared, and you also, things do change. Things do change.
Yeah.
Mark, what about DeepSeek's claims, right? Because they say, listen, we created this model, we did it faster, we did it cheaper than the Americans, less energy. Do you believe all those claims? Are you skeptical of those claims?
I believe a lot of those claims will be thematic for the next decade and beyond, right? That is, you could have said that about storage, you could have said that about semiconductors, you could have said that about software, you could have said that about cloud computing. I can go on and on. We've been hearing about this forever. The ramifications of which, obviously, are really important, how to figure that out. But we were talking, before I got on here, 45 years ago, a gigabit of storage cost $465,000. 45 years ago. Today, it costs a penny. Okay, I will do that pregnant pause. That costs a penny. And I think that thematically, Moore's law is alive and well. So do I believe that a $6 million investment should take $1 trillion of market cap out? I don't. But what I do believe is that theme will play out. And the consumers of that data, and people who can manipulate that data for more successful outcomes, whether it be in technology or healthcare or energy or consumer, whatever that is, who are we? Financial services like our bank and Citizens. Those will be the winners because it's faster, better, cheaper.
So does that mean then that Nvidia's moat is not, which it has built up, in what has been a commoditized business, has built it up by building more advanced chips?
Yeah.
But is what you're suggesting is that moat is not as defensible as it seems?
I think it calls into question whether that moat and that premium multiple that they've earned. Now they've grown into their multiple by earning as much as they have. And we'll have to wait another 4 weeks to see what they have to say. And I think they'll have a lot to say. But I think potentially that moat and that speed with which they have been able to garner, and we have Intel reporting today. When I started in my career, Intel, we always laugh, Intel sort of created AMD so they'd have fake competition. Now, Intel, the CEO of Nvidia, has a bigger net worth than the entire market cap of Intel. I think it shows that things change really rapidly, and you got to be innovative, and you got to be really ahead of the curve. But what I think you have to remember is semiconductor multiples have always been tempered versus software multiples. And I think that's the question investors have to face, which is, what do you want to pay for it? Because right now all you've got to do is grow into the earnings. You haven't really paid that super premium multiple.